If there was anything that I learned from experiencing the first pandemic of my young life, it was that there really is a surplus of ways to make money right at home. The days are gone where you have to go out and actually find a job with your hands in order to make a paycheck. Advances in the internet and technology has really allowed people to be able to make a full-time income from the comfort of their own homes. And I was one that was surprised by all of the opportunities that there were to make money. So in this video, I'm going to go over the 7 ways that you can make money from home while starting with $0. I'm not going to be talking about flipping houses from your couch or doing things that cost a whole lot of money up front. I'm going to be talking about things that you can get started today with $0 in order to get started making a full-time income from your living room. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anthony McLemore, and if you want to get started right now making a little bit of money from home, then you can do that by using the link in the description below, where if you sign up to Public and open an account using that link, you get a free portion of any stock of your choosing. When I signed up, I got about $7 worth of Apple, which is a great way to get started on your investing journey because you're putting in almost zero effort into that. However, let's talk about how you can actually make a full-time income from home. And what I want to say is that with these 7 things I'm going to talk about in this video, I don't think that not one of these things will make you a full-time income in the very beginning. But if you put 2 or 3 of these activities together, I don't see any reason why you won't be making a full-time income in a few months or even a year or 2. However, to get right into the video, let's talk about this first point. So the first way that you can actually go about making a full-time income from your living room is by doing online surveys. Now wait, before you click off this video and you think doing online surveys is stupid, I'm not talking about the scammy online services where you have to waste an hour of your time just to get 50 cents. I'm talking about this one particular survey app called Amazon Mechanical Turk, where you can do short surveys for 50 cents to 75 cents that take you about 5 to 10 minutes. Now I know this still may not sound like an amazing amount of money, but when I was in college, I actually used Amazon Mechanical Turk for surveys a lot, and I'm going to show you exactly how much money I made from doing this while I was waiting on the bus between classes or just waiting for the teacher to stop talking. So over the course of the last 2 years when I was using Amazon Mechanical Turk off and on, I made over $1,000 just from doing surveys in my free time. Now I don't believe at any point in my life I was really focused on doing online surveys or doing Amazon Mechanical Turk, and this is $1,000 just from casually doing it every other day or every 5 minutes when I have some time. So if you really think about this, you can realistically make $5 to $10 per day, which could then translate to $300 a month just from sitting at home and completing different surveys. Now Amazon Mechanical Turk has a lot more than just surveys on their platform, but online surveys tend to be one of the most popular and one of the highest paying hits for your time if you are trying to make a little bit of money. And getting started with Amazon Mechanical Turk is actually really easy. All you have to do is sign up and then submit some personal information like some tax information to Amazon, and once you do that, after about a week or so, you will be ready to go to make a little bit of money. Now even if you didn't want to make a full-time income on Amazon Mechanical Turk, you could still make enough money to pay for your water bill, your Netflix bill, your Disney Plus bill, whatever small miscellaneous bill that you may have, and this could free up about $25 to $50 a month, even if you're just doing it for 1 minute a day. So this is something I definitely recommend everyone trying if they have the time for it, and if not, they can do some of the other things that I'm going to talk about in this video. And the second way that you can make money from home while starting with $0 is actually by reviewing things on Amazon that you get for free. Now this may sound like a weird way to make money, and I thought it was for myself as well until I actually tried it out for myself. So about a year ago, or right during the whole pandemic itself, I got a message on Instagram asking me if I was interested in reviewing Amazon products, and all I had to do was receive the product, write a review on Amazon, and then I would get to keep the product, no questions asked. Now I know this may sound a little bit sketchy, but I did a little bit of research into it, and people who are seen as qualified and highly rated reviewers on Amazon are actually very valuable to small companies, because if that person can review their product and leave a positive review at that, then their product will be more likely to get ranked higher up into the Amazon search result. And as you may already know, the higher up you are in the search result, the more likely your item is to get purchased, because I don't know too many people who actually go to the second or third page in order to buy their products. So the way that you can make money from home by being an Amazon reviewer is actually by going to websites that offer this service for free, where you can sign up and then start to get products sent to your house in exchange for a review. Now this may sound like you're going to get a whole bunch of junk, which you probably will, but you can make money by then going to resell this junk on Amazon or on eBay or OfferUp or Craigslist or another site like that, where you're selling the stuff that's basically brand new that was sent to your house for a little bit of a discount, and then you get to keep the money that you pocketed as a profit from the transaction. transcription. Now this all will depend on how much stuff you get sent to your house and how expensive that stuff really is. Now most of the time when I was doing this, I got products anywhere from $20 to upwards of $80 at one point. And if I were to go resell everything that I got from this Amazon reviewing gig that I used to do, I probably could get about $200 to $250 in total. Now this may not sound like a lot of money, but I was only doing this for 1 month. So $250 for 1 month of getting things shipped to the house is not really a bad source of income if you really think about it. Okay, but let's assume you already tried doing online surveys and you absolutely hate it. You think it's a waste of time and you don't think anybody should do it. And let's also assume that you can't get into contact with any good Amazon reviewing services and you don't want to get any junk sent to your house because you don't know what you're going to do with it or where you're going to put it. So because you're watching this video right now, I can only assume that you know how to type just a little bit, and I want to let you know that there's actually a way that you can get paid to type for other people in the form of transcription services. So you see there's a ton of content being published to the internet every single day. Thousands of hours of YouTube videos, of podcasts, of music, every single thing that you can think of. And most of the time, those pieces of content need a transcription in order for them to have captions on them. And whether you are aware of it or not, you can actually get paid a good sum of money to be a transcriber. So one of my favorite ways to actually go about being a transcriber is to use that site, Amazon Mechanical Turk. Once again, as I said, there are a ton of different hits on this site and you can do almost anything if it's a small micro task in order to get paid for it. Now, when I was a transcriber on Amazon Mechanical Turk, I would typically get paid about 5 cents for every 15 seconds of transcription that I did, which would then translate to about 20 cents a minute or about $10 to $12 an hour. Now, if you use other verified and more lucrative transcription sites, you can earn anywhere from $30 to $50 an hour, depending on the length and the complexity of the thing that you're transcribing. Now, as with all these jobs or services from home, transcription is awesome because you can literally just sit on your couch and type on your computer and get paid for it. Imagine how much time you waste typing on your computer anyway, and then this way you can get better at typing while also making a little bit of money. Now this service definitely isn't for everybody, as I don't typically love it myself because it does drain you a lot more than some of the other things do. Doing online surveys can be tedious, but doing transcriptions are way more tedious and way more work, even though you get paid a little bit more. However, if you can't leave your house at all, this might be a good way to earn a few dollars. But this next method I'm going to talk about is going to be a lot more fun way to make money, while also at the same time you're going to be bonding with your family. So the fourth way that you can make money from home and almost exploit your kids at the same time is by starting a YouTube channel directly focused on your children. Now this may not sound like a good idea at first because kids can be pretty untamed and pretty unruly at times. However, if you look on the YouTube Kids app, kids love to watch other kids play with toys almost more than they like to play with toys themselves in the 21st century. If you look at channels like JoJo Siwa and Ryan's World, they're making almost $10,000 a day just from reviewing toys and having playdates and making videos about that. So I'm definitely not saying that you can immediately make money like JoJo Siwa just by getting started on a channel, but I don't see why, if you do get started with uploading videos, why you won't be making $10 to $15 a day if you do consistently upload videos of your kids playing with toys, and also if kids actually like watching your kids play. Now I think that this is a great way to make money from home because you will also be making memories with your family and recording these events in order to look back on a later date. When you think about it, your parents probably have a scrapbook of different things that you did in your childhood that you love to look back on. So it's kind of like the same thing, except you're posting it on YouTube and allowing yourself to make a little bit of money from it. And I know that most people who watch my YouTube videos don't have kids, so let's move on to some of the other ways that you can make money from home with $0. And the fifth way you can go about making money from home is actually by starting a blog where you can then publish blog posts and get paid through AdSense revenue. Now, back when I was in college, I was a Division I athlete, and because of that, I couldn't make money on my name, image, and likeness, so I had to have an alias that I would go by when I went to try to make money online. And this alias that I used for quite a while was the Centennial Investor, and through the Centennial Investor, I had CentennialInvestor.com, which I would use to publish blog posts about my financial experiences. Now, I don't have the CentennialInvestor.com anymore, but the purpose of telling you that was that I basically started from a new identity, a person with no following, no anything, an alias with nobody that they knew, and I was still able to publish blog posts and make a decent amount of money doing it for quite a while. Now I say decent because I only actually published blog posts for about 3 months, and through those 3 months I think I made about $30 to $50 just publishing blog posts in my free time. Now this could be especially useful for people who don't like YouTube or don't like publishing their face online, where they can still have a platform that they own entirely and they can still share their experiences with their audience. I think having a blog is really cool because you are in direct control over how you will present yourself to your audience. You don't have to abide abide by any community guidelines like on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. You can publish what you want, whenever you want, and how much you want. And because of that, I'm actually considering starting up a new website of mine, but I haven't had all the details worked out just yet. And the number 6 way that you can make money from home goes right hand in hand with what I talked about last, which was starting a blog. And this is actually starting a podcast. So starting a podcast and starting a blog are very similar in the way that you can produce an income or monetize your creations, but starting a podcast is much different in the sense that you don't have to actually be writing blog posts, and you don't have to actually have your own website domain in order to get started with this. You see, when you start a podcast, it is much like starting a YouTube channel where you are just simply adding your content to the platform that is already existing. And if anybody comes across your content, or if anybody comes across your profile, they can then listen to your podcast and become a regular listener of yours. And then you have other options once that happens to monetize your podcast. And now the reason why I think starting a podcast is a great way to get started making money from home in a pandemic is because you don't need a lot of expensive equipment to get started with it. Basically, all you need is a decent microphone, or these days a decent set of Apple headphones, and you can get started talking to your phone about anything that you want, anywhere that you want, anytime that you want, and you can upload that to the podcasting app. And usually podcasting is much more long form, natural content anyway, so you won't necessarily be having to do a ton of editing, I wouldn't think, and you won't really have to be worried about what you're wearing or how your hair looks, because you're only going to be talking to a microphone rather than talking to a camera and a microphone like I'm doing here. Now, the way that you can actually make money by podcasting is through the form of sponsorships. Now, pretty much with any platform, if you build a significant enough audience on that platform, you will then open yourself to more opportunities to receive money from businesses in order for them to promote themselves on your profile. This is the same with Instagram, with TikTok, with YouTube. Like I said, with any platform where you can build a following, companies will pay money for you to put their product directly in front of your audience and it to be coming from your mouth. Now, in terms of success or availability of this, you will have to work very hard in the beginning in order to get the ball rolling. Like with starting a blog, it will likely take you 3 to 6 months before you start to see any money coming from your work. And I truly believe that that's just the foundation stage where you are really building out your content library in order to give it the best chance. Once 1 or 2 of your episodes actually do reach a large audience, they can then come back and watch other content. So if you do build a decent sized audience, I don't see why you couldn't be bringing in $100 to maybe $500 a month from sponsorships if you do consistently post and if you do consistently do well. And this leads me to the last job that you can work from home and still make a full-time income. And the number 7 way, and my personal favorite way that you can make money from home, is actually by posting on social media. Now, this has always been a little bit taboo, I think, because when you get started on any platform like YouTube or TikTok or Instagram and you try to be an influencer of some sort, you always have people that judge you because you're not the greatest in the very beginning. But if you understand that if you stick with it and if you post consistently and if you do everything that you need to do, posting on social media can out-earn almost any job in America because of the audience that you can build and because of how quickly you can grow at a young age. You don't have to be in social media for 60 years before you start making some real money. You can start making money in your first year or your second year or your 5th year, and all it takes is a little bit of consistency. And also nowadays, there are so many options that you can make money on social media. You can make money by posting videos on Facebook. You can make money by posting videos on YouTube, of course, and then on TikTok, and then on Snapchat. There's just so many ways that you can monetize posting on social media rather than just using it to keep updates on your family or your friends. So if you watch any other videos on this channel, you would know that my channel is almost focused directly and solely on making money online and making money on social media. A lot of my previous videos have been about Snapchat Spotlight and TikTok, but I do plan on expanding that into new areas and into new ways in order to give you guys a complete blanket of all the opportunities that are out there, and there are a lot of opportunities. However, if you watch to this point in the video, I really appreciate it if you tap that like button for your boy to let the YouTube algorithm know that you appreciate this content and you want to see it pushed out to a little bit more people. And also, if you don't want to do any of these things but you still want to make a little bit of money, then check the links out in the description below, as there are some pretty cool ways to make some free money down there. However, with all that being said, I really hope you did enjoy this video on the 7 ways that you can make money from home while starting with $0, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.